What's up, guys? Today I want to take a look at the actual Mercenaries box set. This is probably hands down the best product CGL has made to date. This box is packed full of stuff. The rules are great. This is streamlined. I cannot wait to get some of these tanks on the battlefield. They're awesome. The mechs are awesome. The tanks are awesome. The rules are awesome. There's no complaints to be had with this box. You can see I got the special edition from the Kickstarter. This really sweet box. This red part's shiny. The black part is like carbon fiber, made to look like it. All right, let's see what's in here. You get 8 mechs, pair of dice, 4 tanks. You get 2 battlefield support decks, a primer, a rule book, 2 sets of cutouts like the tanks and infantry, 2 maps, and then record sheets. I mean, this box really is a bang for its buck at $74, 75 bucks. Let's see what we got inside here. Set this one aside. Okay. Here we go. All right, first and foremost, a primer. It's a novella about Daniel Stanton becoming a mech warrior by Michael Ciaravella. If I messed that name up, my bad. Check that out. One of the coolest features of this box set, really every feature I'm going to say one of the coolest features because they're all cool. You get 2 battlefield support decks, right? They have the Alpha Strike cards in here, but these 2 decks. This one here is your battlefield support, as in artillery strikes, your air strikes, combat air patrols. You can put fake combat air patrols to make them think you're going to intercept them. Fake airstrikes, so makes the other team waste their combat air patrols. It's very sweet. It lets you add all the cool stuff that you don't really do it a lot of times in classic Battletech because it's going to make the game go slower. Adds no time to the game and makes it a lot of depth. It's really sweet. This here, the other battlefield support deck, these are your record sheets for all these tanks and vehicles. These cards come in the what do they call them? The battlefield support lance packs. So you'll get the cards for each vehicle in them, but this double covers some of them. It's not all of them, I don't believe. But this is your record sheet, right? Your points cost is up here, 12 or 14 for this helicopter, and that'd be 12 points. You get a weapon skill, a gunnery skill of 6 or a gunnery skill of 5 if you want to pay 2 extra points. I'll get into these cards in more detail later, but this is a very, very streamlined way of using any of your vehicles or helicopters. Next, we got pilots. We got our pilot cards. You get 2 for each of your guys. And what is this guy piloting? Hostile. Okay. I never remember what these OST mechs are. So let's start with the Hostile. Here he is. I always thought this was the Ostrog. So the Hostile, I think they did an excellent job of converting it over to the new style, the plastics. Check out that detail. It's looking really sweet. Got some antennae. Any of the mechs that don't have these antennae coming up, I like to drill into them and put use paper clips to make antennas, and it looks pretty sweet, like the old Raul Partha. They used to give you that piece of metal you can use. Here we got the Caesar. This is my favorite, 100% favorite mech out of this entire Kickstarter. I drew a couple of them in my random draws, plus I got the legendary boxes and these boxes, so I ended up with a decent number of these. I think 11 of them so far. And I think I need one more just to make it a baker's dozen, if that's the thing. I don't know if the baker's dozen's 12 or not. Then we got a Star Slayer. Look at these details. It came out really nice. The panel lines are nice and they're deep, so you can get that wash in there, get a little highlight. You can make these guys really pop. All right, what else we got? Oh, the Devastator. Another one of my favorites, not as much as the Caesar. I think this is probably the top 5 mechs in this set. Oddly enough, the Jaeger mech, even though it's a walking piece, I love it. You can blow them up off my team if you want, but at least they'll look good doing it. Here we got a Grasshopper. A Chameleon. Always fond of this guy from Crescent Hawk's Inception. You ever played that game back in the 90s? And we got a Firefly. So the record sheet book gives you different different tech levels. You get a level 1 tech guy, and you get like an advanced or level 2 or advanced, depending on which mech it is. This particular record sheet has one with a partial wing, lets him jump further, which I thought was pretty sweet. And then we got the flea, this little guy, super locust. It's like a locust with more guns, I guess you'd call it. And then look at this, we got a couple tanks. You get 2 of these galleons. The detail on them are excellent. I don't know if this gun turns. Yep, even the laser on top turns. That is so cool. I found that out when I opened one of the packs, that the turrets turn. Then we got a Maxim here. Also, look at the details are just ridiculous. You need these to carry your inner sphere battle armor. And the turrets turn. Okay. And you got your little D6. Alright, dig a little deeper. We got the primer. This is going to have different mercenary units in it. A little bit about each one. Some of them more obscure ones is pretty cool. Thermo Police. Never seen them before. Alright. And then you got your rule book. This rule book is going to cover the rules for battlefield support and for making a mercenary unit in the Chaos campaign. So it's not the rules for Battletech, it's just the new rules covering those 2 decks of cards I showed you. This page here tells you everything you need to know about it. I won't go into it right now in this video. Maybe I'll talk about it in a later one if you guys want to, but basically this card is all you need for this tank. They're finished so that you can write on them with a dry erase marker and then just take a little bit of alcohol, wipe them off. It's really sweet. Yeah, like the other cards for Alpha Strike I never really mess with. I think that these ones will be ones that I actually do use. And then towards the back, get into all this making your mercenary unit. A lot of sweet stuff in here. Record sheets, you get 2 for each mech. We get this map. I'm going to open it up here in a minute. It's got 3058 and 3151, I believe it is. So each of these tiles, these little markers you get, gives you a bunch of different tank options. You get these machine gun nests, gun emplacements, and a whole bunch of infantry. You got foot, mechanized, and jump infantry platoons, and then each side's different. You get a tan side and a gray side, so you'll know whose team is which when you're using these things. And then the second set, you got more emplacements, more infantry. You got some elementals up there, battle armor there, some ammo crates. These different things, if you're playing the optional rules, you can heal your mech warriors in this, for example. You can reload shots with your for your weapons with this. Get a little bit of repairs with these guys. It's, I mean, the game, it tells you you have to let go of reality for a little bit because the game turn's only supposed to be 10 seconds, but I think it's a really sweet feature, and I probably will be using them. Then we get this roster to make your mercenary unit on. Again, it's laminated so you can write on it and erase it with dry erase, or permanent and just use a little bit of alcohol. And then you get this thing with all your battlefield support. And this is a force building battlefield support assets. It's telling you all the tanks that we get for the entire Kickstarter. They're all listed on here, including the infantry and the extra emplacements. I didn't know they were going to add those extra emplacements and stuff, but it's pretty sweet. Very nice of them. Alright, we get these maps. Little river map. It's another river map with a giant mountain. Alright. And then the last map is nothing, no river, just some hills like classic Battletech. And then we got a big lake, a deep lake. What does that go to? Depth 3? I hide my atlas in there, and none of you are going to be able to find it. Really quick, you know what I will do? I will break down what's on that card, the battlefield support card, while we are in this box set. Alright, so first, the asset. That's here. That's the name of the vehicle we're talking about. Movement points is number 2. Where is that? Movement points. So this guy can move 8 hexes. Number 3 is your target movement modifier. +3 to hit. You don't have to worry about keeping track of how far he moved or anything. You just add +3 to hit. Your ranges, 369's right there. Your skill level is here. That's your gunnery skill. Again, I talked about it earlier, 23 points or 27 points. If you want a level 6 or level 5, a little bit more expensive to get a better shot. The damage that's here, each successful attack by the asset inflicts the damage value grouping. So you successfully attack, you'll do 5 different groups of 4 damage with this vehicle. Number 7 is the check. That's the destroy check. If you deal 9 points of damage, that's the threshold, then you take a damage check or destroy check at the end of the level. If you roll 7 or higher, the vehicle is destroyed. If you roll below that, it takes the damage point and the threshold goes down. Oh, I'm sorry, threshold will be 5 on this. So every time this guy takes 5 damage, you get a damage check or destroy check at the end of the game. Those are not cumulative as a number of checks, but every time you do another set of 5 damage, you'll modify that roll. So if you did 50 damage to this, pretty much it's going to die in that turn. When you roll that 2d6, the first 5 make you roll it. The second 5 would be add 1 to that roll. The third 5 add 2 to that roll, and so on and so forth. Already covered the cost, and then we got some special rules. This one says APC 1 and Infantry Fighting 2. I think that means. I'm not sure where the list of that stuff is, but that's it in a nutshell. So that's how you take it. These guys take damage, and they're just blown up. You don't worry about it. They shoot. They're all the same skill for the Inner Sphere. They're all 6 and 5s. The clans are 5s and 4s for their 2 different point values. The only thing the clans have right now are the elementals. All in all, this box set is packed with goodness. Oh, I didn't show you the map. Last thing, here goes the map. 3058. It's a good year. Still got my Smoke Jaguars occupation zone. Call it the good old days. Let's see if we can get this set up here. All right, look at that. Okay. I'm not doing this well. Let's see what we got. Federated Sons. The only thing it's a minor gripe. I don't really care. I don't think any of you will care either, but it says Lyran Commonwealth, and this is the Lyran Alliance. It's right before the FedCom Civil War. We got the Chaos March going on. The Capellans are coming back from the brink. Jerks. And then we got the occupation zones as we knew them. Look at that. The old Free Razalug Republic. Sorry, guys. Razzlehague, however you say it. And the backside. Now we got the craziness of 3151. This is not the most current map. So 3152, all of this is taken back. A lot of this, I don't know if I think this side might already be updated, but this is all gone. New Avalon's back. Robinson, we have it already. You see the Ghost Bear Dominion, the Wolf Empire. The whole left side of the Inner Sphere here has been destroyed. The Lyrans have not been having a nice time. Hopefully they can reclaim some of this territory and become a great house again. And right now they're looking like a periphery state. Same thing with House Merrick, the Free Worlds League down here. You got the Endurians separated. So they're probably going to have a civil war. The Canopians, they're looking like a great house now. They've really, looks like the jihad worked out for them. And then something crazy, I was reading about this. They had a huge war. They were nuking each other over and over. And I don't know. But I really want a new map that has this out of here, because this is the most frustrating thing that I've ever seen in Battletech. Oh, we also have the Raven Alliance. It's pretty sweet. So buy yourself a copy of this. Buy yourself 6 copies. Buy 10 copies. Have a good day.